Welcome everyone. Today is going to be a yoga class on the mat, so no chair in this moment, but we're gonna move around. It's gonna be a little bit of an energetic class, so we're gonna do a lot of repetitive movements. But first, we'll just give ourselves some time to arrive on our mats. So if you just take a seated position like I'm doing right now, with your hands on your knees, you can close your eyes for a moment and just notice your breath. Just notice how you can elongate your breath, just make it a bit longer, deeper. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just the first couple of times, breathing in deep and out through the mouth. One more time, breathing in deep through the nose. Just breathing into all corners of your rib cage. Exhale through the mouth. And then you can open up your mouth, your eyes, I mean. Keep your mouth shut. It's a good idea. And let's start to warm up the spine, the hips, by making these circles here. So with your hands on your knees, you can start to connect your breath with your movement, breathing in when you go forwards, breathing out when you go back. So when you connect your breath with your movement, you can't cheat. You can't go faster with your breath than your movement is going. So it's a really good way to stay present, to deepen that breath, to slow it down even. Using your shoulders, your elbows. You can even open up your chest when you come forward, around the spine, take the chin to the chest when you go back. And then let's start moving to the other side as well. So I haven't even told you which side you should do first, but probably you've done the side that you feel most comfortable with, without even thinking about it. We always have a preference for left or right. It's like we do things on the automatic pilot, so to speak. But whilst doing this yoga practice, we can at least become more aware of what we find pleasant, which movement we do without thinking about it, and then becoming more aware and trying to create just as much flexibility on the left as on the right side, just as much strength, stability. Just a couple more circles here, and just notice where you feel it in your hips, your shoulders, your spine. Coming back to the middle. And on an inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, round the spine. Just a couple of times, breathe in. I just have my fingers lightly touching the knees. Opening up on an inhale. And exhale. Breathing in one more time. Slowly bringing the hands towards the outside. With your palms facing up, inhale. Take your hands over your head. And on an exhale, bring those palms back down. So just notice that you can have a little break on the top and at the end of your breath. So we breathe in, we pause the breath, turn the palms out in the meantime, and exhale through the nose, breathing in deep. Interlace your fingers, exhale, press your palms out, and maybe just, again, moving a little bit. Dropping the shoulders down whilst pressing the palms up to the ceiling. Maybe pull your navel in slightly. Breathe in one more time. And on the next exhale, we release and bring the right hand to the floor. And maybe you just want to stay on your hand, but you could also try to lean onto your elbow. And whilst doing that, taking the left hand all the way towards the right. And just wait here for a moment. Just try to keep your left buttocks on the floor. Feel that stretch from your left hip towards the left armpit. On an exhale, you reach even further, just a couple of millimeters further towards the right. On an inhale, swing both hands up and go to the other side. So it's a really nice and gentle flow that we're creating here. First, give yourself a moment to feel that stretch, to keep pressing the right knee down, the right buttocks to the floor. Maybe you look up past your elbow to the ceiling. On an exhale, you reach even further. And inhale, slowly come up again. And this time you place the right hand not only on the right side, but a little bit further back. Come onto your elbow again, swing the left hand over your head. And this time you lean back a little bit, look up to the ceiling. So we're opening up the chest, pull the navel in, keep on breathing. And on the next inhale, you open up a little bit further. Exhale, slowly come forward, then to the middle. Place the left hand on the side a little bit further back and swing your right hand forward and over your head. Lean back a little bit so you can open up. Drop the shoulders down. Inhale, open up a little bit more. And on the next, so we're going to come forward again, back to the middle and to the other side. Swing your left hand on an inhale over your head. A little pause on the top. And exhale, come forward again. And let's go to the other side. And from this moment, find your own rhythm here with a little break on the top and at the end of your breath. Slowly creating a bit more space. Listening to the sound of your breath. Just a couple more times so you really get the hang of it. Make grand gestures, like you really are like a dancer, a ballerina, whatever you want to link it to. Slowly coming back to the middle and then place your hands a bit wider in front of you, wider than your knees. Come onto the fingertips and on an inhale again, open up your chest. And then slowly on the exhale, bring your forehead towards the floor so you feel this in your buttocks. Inhale, press up and exhale. Relax your neck as well. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. And just come forward. Let your arms or your elbows rest against your shins or maybe on the floor. And notice the stretch that it creates in your hips. And you can just relax your face. You can close your eyes. Listen to the sound of your breath again. Just make nice and long in and exhales here. And every other exhale, maybe go a little bit further forward. Relax your neck again. Your jaws, your lips, your tongue. Just notice where you feel this in your body. Maybe walk your hands a little bit further forward for the last couple of breaths here. Slowly come back up and make a couple of circles here for your shoulders. Dropping the chin to the chest and via the left shoulder go up, via the right shoulder go down. And let's connect the breath with this movement again. You can breathe in when you go up, breathe out when you go down. Just notice all these cracks that you hear in your neck and don't worry about it. It's completely normal to hear something. Let's go to the other side as well. Just gently circling your way through this movement. Coming back to the middle, inhale, take your shoulders to the ears and exhale, drop them down. Breathe in and exhale. One more time, breathe in deep. Exhale. So on an inhale, we're going to bring those hands up again. And then bring them to this angle here, just at the one height of your shoulders. And we're going to make this movement with the thumbs, bringing those thumbs to the shoulders. And we're going to do this a little bit faster. Keep your breath alive. You can pump it up a little bit. Just keep on moving. All right, bring those hands onto your shoulders. And on an inhale, we're going to move to the left. On an exhale, we move to the right and breathe in. Out. Just warming up the spine. Building up heat. Just keep on moving. Try not to think too much. Just follow the movement. Listen to your breath. Coming back to the middle. And now we're going to do the same thing, but then breathing in through the left and out to the right. So inhale left, out to the right. Just keep on doing it. Just keep on moving as much as you can. Just have this breath be it audible so that you can really hear yourself. And coming back to the middle. Inhale, take your hands up. Interlace to this side. Place your hands behind you. Place your feet hip width. Bend your knees. Now open up your chest. Take your hips off the floor. Inhale. Bring your hips up. Drop your head back. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And let's do it a little bit faster. So we're going to in and exhale. Push your hips up. Just a little bit longer. On the exhale, you look forward to your knees. On the inhale, you press up, drop your head back. Last couple of times. You feel it burning in your hands, in your arms, your shoulders. All right. Slowly straighten your legs. Maybe you can hold on to your knees. Just give a nice stretch to the back of your body. So my knees are bent, my hamstrings aren't that flexible, but I can still feel this stretch. So we give ourselves a little break after all these vigorous movements. So you breathe in, and on an exhale, whether you have your legs completely straight or bent like me, see whether you can breathe your way through this stretch. So it's a really nice stretch for the back of our legs. And we can calm down our breath a bit. Now bring the left leg down and the right foot on the inside. So we're gonna stay in this forward bend, but we only do it with one leg at a time. So maybe holding on to the big toes, maybe just crossing your hands, holding on to the inside and outside of your lower leg. Breathe in again and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Coming up, bring your right hand behind you and then swing on an inhale your left hand over your head. So it's a side stretch, but you can push your hips forwards, lean back, engage your straight leg and the upper leg muscles, your quads. Breathe in one more time and exhale, slowly come down, and let's straighten the right leg. Hold on to your legs, breathe in, and on exhale, come a little bit further forward. Inhale, maybe with your knees slightly bent, and exhale. Breathe in and out. So listen to your breath again. Breathe in one more time. And exhale. And come up. Take your left hand behind you. Inhale, swing the right hand over your head. First of all, make it a side stretch so you really feel it from your hip towards your armpit. And then maybe push your hips forwards. Take that right arm back. Drop your head back. So leaning into the left hand, spread those fingers wide. Press your fingertips into the floor as well. Breathe in one more time. And slowly come down. And then come onto your hands and knees. So this is a tabletop position. On an inhale, breathe in. Open your chest, exhale, round the spine. Inhale deep. And exhale. Inhale. And on an exhale, you're going to bring one shoulder down to the floor first, then the other one, and start to make
a movement that is really your own. You don't have to copy what I'm doing, but you can try to find a movement that is coming from your creativity. You can do anything you like. Just notice how it feels. So you can't do this wrong, but I can give you a couple of variations. Maybe you can look over the right shoulder or over the left. And you can come into a wide-legged child's pose with your knees as wide as the mat, your big toes touching and pressing yourself away from your hands, moving the hips from left to right, giving yourself a little massage for the hips, and then sliding those hands forward, dropping the hips down. Your legs can come out a little bit. And if you have your hands on the edges of your mat, again, here you can move into the shoulder girdle. So all the movements that we're doing here are really good for if you're sitting long hours before in front of the computer. See whether you can make circles here with your head. And coming back onto your hands and knees. And on an inhale, take your right leg back and up. So keep pressing here. And then take it a little bit higher. Open up your chest. So we're going to make a repetitive movement again. On an exhale, you bring your knee to your nose. And on an inhale, you bring it back up. So just keep on moving. See whether you can find a nice rhythm here. Spread your fingers wide. Press your hands into the mat. This is a bit more vigorous. It asks a little bit more of you. Let's see whether you can keep it up. Keep that breath alive. Last 2 times. All right. So before we go to the other side, let's bring the right knee forward towards the edge of the mat. So your right foot can go to the left. And if you look over your left shoulder, you can walk that left foot a little bit further back. So we're going to do a nice hip open for the right side. If you look forward again, stay on the fingertips, but walk your hands on an inhale a little bit more towards your shins. Find length here. And then slowly come down. You can place your hands on top of each other, for example. Let your head rest on it. Again, we give ourselves a little bit of time to calm down the breath. Close your eyes, relax your jaws, your lips, your tongue. Just a little bit longer. And then slowly come back up. Curl the left toes. See whether you can push yourself to a down dog. And start walking it. Just pushing your buttocks up to the ceiling. Placing the feet on the mat and just start walking. Bending one knee, straightening the other leg. Maybe drop your hip from the left to the right. A bit of salsa dog. And then coming back onto your knees and hands. This time I'm going to take that left foot back. Spread your fingers wide. Take that foot up a little bit higher. Look forward, open up your chest and exhale. And let's start to find that rhythm again. Inhale when you open up. Exhale when the knee comes to the chin. You can do this, guys. Just keep it up. Just a little bit longer. No matter how high you go, as long as you keep that movement. Last 2 times. Bringing the left knee forwards. Looking over the right shoulder. So walk that right foot a little bit further back. Look forward again. Inhale, walk your hands towards your shins. Slowly on an exhale, come down. So I really build up some heat here. Some warm, quite warm. You probably also have created some heat. You're sweating probably. But just relax, maybe breathe out through your mouth if it feels better. Just giving it all. Relaxing and let the gravity do the work here. Last couple of breaths. And of course, you can do these kind of poses longer if you like. But for now, you slowly come up, curl the right toes again. Just press back to downward facing. Exhale all together. And on an inhale, take that right leg back and up. Exhale, step forward. Bring your left heel to the floor. On an inhale, warrior one. And on an exhale, you come to warrior two. Bring your hands in the length of the mat. Turn your right palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale. There's a really nice pose here. You're going to bring that right hand forward and place it onto your shin or maybe against the inside. Take your left hand up, triangle pose. So both legs are straight. Maybe if you have the tendency to really hang into your ligaments, you can micro bend the front knee. Pull your navel in slightly, open up your chest, maybe look up to the ceiling for one more breath. Exhale, look down. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, bend the front knee again, turn the right palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, swing your hands forward and down. And then maybe you can come with your knees to the floor first. Or as a plank, you lower yourself down to the floor, rolling over the toes. Open your chest on the inhale. Exhale, press back. Just a couple of breaths here. Exhale all together. On an inhale, take that left leg up. Exhale, step forward, right heel comes to the floor. On an inhale, warrior one. On an exhale, warrior two. Turn your left palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, both legs are straight. And you reach forward. Maybe take your back foot a little bit forward. Bring your left hand onto your shin, ankle or foot. Take your right hand up in the air. So you see there's a nice line here from the left to the right. And just notice the stretch on the back of your left leg. Breathe into it. Keep your chest nice and open. On an exhale, look down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend the front knee. Maybe slide the back foot a little bit further back. Turn the left palm up one more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, swing forward and down. Step back into a high plank and make your vinyasa. Coming down to maybe 10 centimeters above the floor. Rolling up. And push back. Downward facing. One more inhale, come on the tip of your toes. Exhale, bend your knees slightly, look at your hands. And we're going to jump through and sit on our buttocks again. It's really simple. You don't need that much to create some energy in your body again. Have some heat. Just place the hands on our knees. Seated in a cross-legged position with your eyes closed, trying to lengthen yourself. Just notice how you feel right now, how your breath is. Just notice your surroundings again, the sounds that you hear without getting distracted by it, but just to arrive, be aware of your surroundings. Be in the moment. So maybe there's still some work waiting for you. You can set your intention, what you want to finish for today, and with a clear focus, finish it up. If you like, you can bring your hands in front of your heart and just make a little bow to yourselves, to thank yourselves for taking time to follow this practice. I wish you a very nice day. See you next time. Namaste.